Born in Blantyre in 1813, David Livingstone was sent to work in the local mill when only 10 years old. Despite long hours of toil, he pursued an education and eventually saved enough money to enter Anderson's College in Glasgow as a medical student. His move to the urban centre brought him into contact with some of the foremost scientific minds of the day and grounded him in the skills of analytical observation that would so clearly mark his later writings. While at the Andersonian, he attended courses in anatomy, surgery and materia medica, while finding time to study Greek at the University of Glasgow and also attend lectures on divinity. Livingstone went on to join the London Missionary Society and was soon enticed to South Africa by his future father-in-law, Robert Moffat, who so vividly described the smoke of 1,000 villages where no missionary had yet visited. After 11 years of mission work, Livingstone's famous explorations began in earnest. In collaboration with Sekeletu, the chief of the Kololo, he determined to open a trade route from the interior to the African coast. In an astonishing journey that led him from east to west, he crossed the entire continent. On returning to Britain, Livingstone was astonished to find that he had become a national hero. In recognition of his achievements, he was presented with the prestigious Gold Medal of the Royal Geographical Society and awarded an honorary degree at the University of Glasgow. Livingstone returned to Africa in 1858, this time to evaluate the potential for British trade on the Zambezi. He hoped, through Christianity and legitimate commerce, to undermine the slave trade. As he put it in his speech in Glasgow,
"The object we have ultimately in view is not merely exploration, not merely to be able to say that we have gone through such a latitude and to such a longitude, and we have found such and such wonders there. That is not the chief object we have in view. Our object is a much higher one. It cannot be the design of Providence that the horrid system of slavery should exist forever, or that we should be supporters of that system. And yet we are, though unwillingly, the chief supporters of slavery. Now, let's mercantile men, ministers, and all work together so as to eventually eradicate that foul blot from the European name."
the expedition fell into difficulties and was eventually recalled to England. Yet Livingstone had no thoughts of remaining in Britain, and he was soon back in Africa, this time hoping to settle the age-old question of the source of the Nile. His last journey took him through vast regions of East and Central Africa, including Mozambique, Tanzania, Malawi, Zambia and the Democratic Republic of Congo. It was during this time that he was relieved by Henry Morton Stanley, the young reporter from the New York Herald, who greeted him with the now famous line, "Dr. Livingstone, I presume?" Eventually, Livingstone was defeated by sickness, and he passed away in May 1873 in the village of Chitambo. But his death had a powerful effect on Victorian Britain and inspired numerous overseas missions. His name was taken up by later imperialists who saw him as a patron saint of the British Empire. Yet, if Livingstone was used in the name of the Empire, he continues to be remembered with affection in parts of Africa.